guys. We're back. We're going to do another video. We're going back out to Uwharrie. This time we're going to hike a different section of the trail. Excited about this trip. Got a few new things in the pack, so got the hammock for the first time. Really looking forward to that. It's gonna be nice to just be able to set up wherever I want, not have to find a flat ground for the tent. We ended up getting the War Bonnet Blackbird, not the XC or whatever. It's the smaller version. It's just a single layer 1.1. Wanted to keep it lightweight. Also splurged and went with the Hammock Gear 20-degree underquilt and top quilt. Saved I want to say about 3 pounds for my old setup. For a tarp, I got the Hammock Gear Cuban fiber tarp with doors. Alright, so the game plan this time, we're gonna park somewhere around Yates' place. There's got to be a trailhead up there, or I'll park in the campground if I have to. We're going to go north on the Uwharrie Recreational Trail all the way up to Jump Off Rock and come all the way back. So we're looking at about 20 miles round trip. If it's anything like last time, it's probably going to be more than 20 miles significantly. It's kind of how it worked out last time, but we shall see. Alright, here we are at Yates' place. Uwharrie National Forest. Here's the map. But here we go. There's the trailhead. And they sure made it easy to find the trail. I'm really enjoying it. This trail is really well marked, so kind of you know for sure you're going where you want to. And we just started this hike. We're just a little ways from Yates Camp still. We'll bring you back if something happens or you see something. Wonder what the odds are of that thing falling right as you walk underneath it on the trail. This looks like a face. Well, we got about an hour before it gets dark. And I'm not sure what the water sources are going to be like up ahead, so we're making camp soon. We're going to fill up our water bag just so we have water with us. Hate carrying the extra weight, but I don't know what we're going to find. thought this was interesting. You guys probably know more about this than I do. Geocaching. Here we are at Highway 109. So that's 3 miles done. Not sure how much further I'm gonna go tonight. I want to get away from the road noise, that's for sure. So another mile, maybe 2. We started there. Now we're there, and I don't know how much further we're gonna go, but we want to go all the way up there. Alright, this is where we're camping. Almost 4.8 miles, almost. This is camp. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's water not too far. It's about 6:45. Slept great last night. Coyotes were loud. There's like a whole pack of them not too far from here. Good morning from Uwharrie. It's about 7 o'clock. 26 degrees. Got down to 24 last night. It's the best sleep I've had in the woods ever. First time in a hammock, it was great. We're gonna get a fire going. We'll be back. ready to go. Camp's all packed up. Got the pack iron. It's about 40 degrees. I'm gonna be shedding layers pretty quickly here. Let's roll. It's plenty warm last night. Hammock gear, 20 degree underquilt and 20 degree overquilt. Right now I'm wearing the Montbell Alpine Light down jacket and what do they call them? Thermo wrap pants. Probably way too warm for what I need, but I'm not very happy with my GPS. Last night we got to camp, it said we went, I don't know, almost 5 miles. I turned it off, charged it. It powers back on when you go to charge it, so I made sure I turned it back off. And it charged all night. So I go to turn it on this morning, and it's telling me I have 13 miles for this trip. So I had to restart my trip data, so we won't have that at the end showing us exactly how far we went, but we know we went 5 miles already, so you know, whatever else we can add to that. Well, that took all of about 5 minutes. Well, I had a pretty nice campsite last night. Heard the water in the background all night. It's kind of secluded a little bit back off the trail. And it was about 4.8 miles to the trailhead, so you know, I have about 7 miles to go to jumping off rock, and that's where we're going to turn around. So there's a good chance I might be in the same spot again tonight. Thought about, you know, just leaving stuff behind so I didn't have to carry everything all this way, but I don't like the idea of being forced to have to come back. The whole reason I'm out here is just to relax and have fun, so I might find a better spot somewhere. Oh, there's West Morris Campground, whatever that is. We're not going there though. Northbound Uwharrie. Well, here's something you don't see every day. Well, I need a break. I need a morale boost too. This place keeps sneaking miles in on me. Either that or my GPS is wrong. It's today so far. Yesterday we were at like 4.8 or something miles. So we did the 3 mile section and then well over a mile into the 6 mile section. And we just now started the 2 mile section. We've already done over 6 miles. Yeah. I'm worried this 2 mile section is going to turn out to be like 4 miles. We're gonna eat some lunch. Nice little campsite here. Nice and quiet and relaxing. Just put the pack back on after pausing it for a break, and it's completely froze up. Alright, so I had to pull the batteries out of the GPS just to restart it. This thing's kind of been a disappointment so far. Touchscreen's nice, the interface is nice, but mileage never really looks like what it should be. Freezing up like that, it's just not good. So anyways, we just ate lunch, back around the trail. Probably got 2 miles, or just under, to our halfway point. And I'll bring you back when we get there. Kind of in a hurry to get back to where I want to go for the end of the night, so we're gonna keep moving. Somebody's shelter. Now, this is about the most hazardous section of the trail that I've seen. A lot of loose rocks and stuff, and it's fairly steep. Don't know if you can really appreciate that from the video, how steep this is, but jumping off rock trailhead halfway. So supposedly that was 2 miles. That was supposed to be 6 miles. And 3 miles. And that's where we have to go back to Yates' place. We got what's left of daylight today. And tomorrow till noon or so. Alright. Almost forgot, so the GPS says we are at 8.19. So that plus the 4, almost 5 miles. You know, that's way over the 11 miles, what the map says. So I'm gonna reset the GPS and we'll see what it says when we get back. You can see we're still at the trailhead. So there we are. 0 miles. Let's see what happens. Alright, 1306. I think we're right on par here. I don't know if you can see the GPS. I'll just tell you, it's just over 2 miles, it says. Here's the trailhead. So that's what it should say, pretty much. If you're wondering, that first 2 mile section of trail back there was no water. I didn't see water anywhere. It's almost February of 2016. Pretty much everywhere there's been water sources. I'll let you know where the first water source is and how far, just in case you're planning on coming out here, how much water you might need to bring with you. 3.5 miles. So, you know, if you're doing Yates' place up to jumping off rock and back, you know, that's almost 7 miles without a water source, so just be prepared. filter up some water. Alright, so this is what I do. Picked up a lot of this stuff from other people on YouTube. Everywhere else on the trail had plenty of water. This is the only time I went without for any length of time. So normally try to carry 1 or 2 liters. These are just shy of a liter, but 1 or 2 of these will do. One of those is enough for dinner at night. One's enough for breakfast in the morning. So that's what I do. So I made a cap for the dirty end of the Sawyer Mini. Just didn't want it dripping all over the place. Now, I don't have a lot of time before it gets dark, so I'm not going to sit here and wait for this to filter. I'll show you what I'm going to do. Alright, this system works for me, and it's just a gravity filter. We're going to do it on the go. Don't have time to wait for water. Just kind of got it carabinered to the belt and to the back of the pack. Alright, so it's getting dark. We're just over 5 miles. I was hoping to get a little bit past 6 miles. Maybe to the spot we were at last night. But I was really just looking to have a nice easy 5 mile out in the morning. So it's not bad. We're going to try to find a spot. We're looking for somewhere off the beaten path. I don't want to get woken up by night hikers. A water source close by would be great. And 4G, that would be awesome too. We can stream some Netflix or something. But whatever happens, happens. Hopefully we find somewhere nice before dark. There is no way we are 7 miles. But I'm going to push on. I'd really like to make it to the camp we were at last time. And this is just using my headlight. It's darn high right now. I normally don't run it darn high because I don't quite need all of this light. Should be getting pretty close to camp. At least where I want to camp. It's one of the cool things about going by yourself. There's really no schedule. Other than I have to be out of the woods by dark tomorrow. That's about it. But damn it, I'm gonna have 4G tonight, one way or the other. So we're gonna push on. Well, here we are back where we were last night, same exact spot. Right next to the water, it's secluded. Got 4G. And that's what the GPS says. About 8.5 miles. And that's from, let me see, I reset it back up at Jumping Off Rock. Here's our fire pit. I don't know if we're doing a fire or not. We'll see how we feel. I'm gonna go collect some water. We'll be back. Here we are from the inside of the hammock. So here's the moment of truth for the Garmin, just powering it up for the first time. It's been charging all night. Showed 8-something miles last night, I believe. Heh, it worked. Sweet. This is how I carry her in the trail. So I made this little trigger guard out of Kydex, and it's attached to this ribs pack. It clips very securely over the trigger, so you can't accidentally fire it. When you pull out of the pack, it'll pop right off. That's what I got. That's not going to come off unless you want it to. It's the lightest my pack's been this whole trip. do it. All right, we're back at 109. We're going to Dusty Level Road. We got about 3 miles according to the map. Let's check her in the GPS, see what that says. And that's where we are so far, and that's all the way from Jumping Off Rock, 9.34 miles. So, out of everything I learned by coming out here, I think the most important thing is I learned what I don't need, not what I need. My first trip out here, my pack weighed like 60 pounds or something. It was ridiculous. I didn't go very far from the trailhead. My legs were burning. Like, this is not gonna happen. It's pretty ambitious that first time out. I wanted to do like 10 miles. 60-pound pack, first time out. No way. Went right back to the car. Took the camp chair out of my bag. I took freaking kitchen sink out of the bag. A 1 pound bottle of bear spray and all this other crap. So this trip, we left the house, we were at 30 pounds, and that's including food, water, alcohol. Alcohol, I mean by fuel, of course, and a firearm. So, and camera gear, batteries. Not really sure what my base weight is at this point. And that's, you know, not that I really care, I just care what the total weight is, but your base weight is supposedly just everything but consumables, food, fuel, water, you know, that stuff. So we've evolved and got some new gear along the way. Kind of ironed out our system, you know, our protocol, how we want to do things. There's been a number of times where I was in the tent and I'm like, oh crap, I still got wrappers or power bars or what have you, Cliff Bars in the pocket of my bag, or trash in the bag. You know, out here, you're not gonna see bear. But, you know, it kind of made me think, and now I have a good system down. This whole trip, I didn't make any mistakes like that. Linville Gorge, there are bear. I mean, this time of year, probably not going to see any, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, especially since I'm not carrying a pound of bear spray. Screw that. Alright, so this is a little section just south, less than a mile south of 109. It gets a little confusing southbound. Northbound, it's easy. But southbound, I was second guessing where to go. The trail wasn't real clearly marked until you follow it for a little while. It just goes from like single track into double. Well, so we've been lost now for about 20 minutes. Not lost, I don't know where the hell the trail went. It kind of disappeared on me. Southbound on this section of the trail, this little 3-mile section between Dusty Level Road and 109 is hard to follow. The trail just kind of disappears. We've walked in a huge circle all the way around everything and can't figure out where it goes. So I guess we're just gonna go back to the trail and backtrack and see what happens. Maybe we took a wrong turn. Also managed to lose the monopod, which sucks. It's inexpensive, but maybe we'll find it, who knows. I'm not gonna go looking all over for it, that's crazy. So, I decided to try to find the monopod. Basically, I lost where the trail went, so I did a giant circle, half circle around where I thought it might go in that general direction and never did find it. Ended up walking down through all that heavy brush back down to the creek. And so I backtracked, figured I might be able to find the monopod. What are the chances that I actually went in the exact same area and happened to notice it? This time we're gonna tether it to the camera. White blaze. White blaze. This is where we went wrong, I believe. Well, it is. We crossed. It definitely looks like it crosses right there. There's a nice campsite over there, a couple nice campsites over there. It also looks like it goes this way, but there's no blaze that I can see. And it looks like it crosses up there a little bit too, so we're gonna go this way this time. Yep, so it clearly looks like, and there is blaze up to this point, that the trail should cross here. In fact, the ground's even packed out over there. But here is where the trail actually goes. It's kind of hard to see. I guess maybe it was the sun. I don't know. It's very easy to follow northbound. Here it goes, White Blaze, background trail. Probably wasted about a half an hour there, but that's what we're out here for, the adventures. It's fun. Alright guys, that's a wrap. Thanks for coming along. Any questions, comments, please feel free to leave them. Any tips, advice, welcome to. So the GPS has us at 13.5. I want to say I probably walked around aimlessly looking for the trail for about a half mile of that, so 26 miles, we'll call that round trip. Oh, check back. Next time it's going to be Linville Gorge.